Alright, y'all, so here it is. I guess it's part 2 on the overheating issue with this 1996 F-150 with a 4.9 liter motor. In my previous video, I replaced the thermostat, and I showed y'all how to seal it and everything so that it doesn't leak again, because the mating surfaces aren't perfect whatsoever. And it did help it a little bit, but I was still having some overheating issues. My temperature sensor is really not telling me what I want it to tell me. So we're gonna go ahead and dig into the water pump. So onto the auto parts store to go rent a tool that we need right now. Alright, just came back from the local auto parts store to rent the tool set that I need. This tool is actually called a fan clutch wrench set. It's not my first time using one of these. I've had to use these a couple times on these trucks, but to rent it, it's $64.99. So of course, whenever you return the tool, they return the money back into your account or give you your money back, because you're just renting the tool. As long as you don't take it back to them all jacked up and bent and broken, it'll be okay. So we're gonna go ahead and start loosening this up. I've seen that there's 2 bolts that are actually missing on the fan itself, and so I don't know what kind of struggle I'm gonna have with this. So alright, so here's the tool right here. You have various pieces that come in a set, different size wrenches and whatnot. And don't be fooled. Don't forget you have a part back here, but we're actually using this part. Well, it goes like that. We're actually using this one. So let me show you how to figure this out. So you see how it looks down here. This nut right here that I'm trying to show you, that I'm tapping on, that middle nut is the one that needs to be loosened up. So this is supposed to slip over these 4. Sorry for the angle, it just kind of crazy. Supposed to slip over these 4, or at least just 2 of them. There it goes. So I slipped over those. It didn't slip over the nut. You're not supposed to slip it over the nut. You're supposed to slip it over the pulley, 2 of the pulley bolts, and just hold it right there. Your breaker bar is supposed to go right here in these grooves, or these slots, and hopefully it doesn't churn on me. Gotta balance it out. And you have to get one of these, whichever wrench fits. I think I used this one. Oh no, this is the thinner one. I used this one. Whichever wrench fits, you get it on that nut right there, and then you gotta break it. This thing already beat me up. Yeah, you just gotta break it, and after you break it loose, it should be a lot easier to come off. Alright, so here it is. We already broke it loose. You want to hold on to the fan, and you could turn the pulley, but you do not want to keep spinning the fan, because if your fan falls, guess what's behind your fan? Your radiator. The last thing you want to do, sorry for it focusing. Last thing you want to do is hit your radiator and have a leak. Then that's when you really have a bad day. Alright, so we went ahead and fished the fan out. It's just a little struggle just to get it out. But you have these bolts, these 4 bolts that are holding this pulley on. And we're gonna have to get to those right now with I think it's a 7/16, I believe. Ooh, 7/16, and we'll take those out right now. All right, what some people do, they leave the belt on, but I just get a screwdriver and I just loosen them up like that, one by one. Just gotta have it. See, it's not an issue at all. So as long as you have something to wedge this pulley with, you'll be all right. So keep on with that. All right, so went ahead and took the pulley off. So you're gonna have to take off this little bracket right here that holds this wire harness on. I just removed it right now. Those are 7/16 right here, and it's only gonna be 2 of them. But you have to take out this bracket even before you start going for the bolts on the water pump. All right, and here's the bracket that I just took off. The only thing is, whenever I started taking it off, I guess it seized on it. So I had to go ahead and take off the bolt for the water pump. It is pretty nasty, and I am expecting to find this water pump in pretty bad shape. So there's that. We'll go ahead and before I take this off, we have to drain all the coolant out of here. You don't want to start taking this apart and all the coolant just go everywhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a bucket and get most of this coolant drained out of the radiator and the motor. All right, one smart thing that you can do before you start even taking apart all this stuff is just to, if you are having an overheating issue, maybe something could be clogged up. So what I'm about to do is, even though I already took off the fan radiator shroud and the clutch fan itself, or the fan clutch, whatever you want to call it, I went ahead and drained out my radiator just to make sure the radiator's not clogged up. We're gonna go ahead and stick a water hose in here and rinse it out and make sure it's not clogged up. All right, I went ahead and flushed everything out. Man, there was a lot of junk in the cooling system. So I went from this side, took this hose off and went from this side, and I even put water down here. There's a lot of junk in there. Alright, taking the water pump off is going to take a 1/2-inch socket. Went ahead and took off 1, 2, and 3. There's another bolt that's holding it in on the bottom. So in total it's going to be 4 bolts. Alright, so here's what I got. Went ahead and took out the pump. But before I took out the pump, I had to take out this sensor right here by the harmonic balancer. And I broke it, so I'll go ahead and get a new one. That sucks. But so that's where we are. Let me show you what this looks like. So here's the pump itself. Look at these fins. Supposed to be fins here. What in the world happened to y'all? Where did y'all go? So about to order the parts online right now. Came back from the parts store and bought this one. Wound up coming out to like $38 and change after discounts and online ordering discounts and coupons. It was $38 and change. But you can see the side-by-side comparison, brand new and old. So this is what your pump fin wheel is not supposed to look like, and this is what it's supposed to look like. So see, like that right there. So here we go. We're about to put this on now. Same thing like the thermostat housing area. You want to make sure that All this is cleaned up. I cleaned it up pretty good, but this side will need some of the gasket maker on it. But since it's a brand new pump, I won't need it on the other side. So it's just one side just gonna need the gasket maker. By the way, I do have to retrieve these broken fin parts. I don't see how in the world they broke off like that. Maybe just out of time. It's been real old, but look at these parts. The fins that just fell completely apart. I gotta see if I could try to find other fin parts to it. But yeah, if your fin wheel looks like that, you're gonna have to retrieve some of these parts out of here. If not, you might have some kind of blockage issues. Alright, so here it is. Install the water pump, put the gasket maker on it. You can see some spitting out the side, but right now it's only finger tightened. There's no torque on it whatsoever besides the whatever torque I have in my fingers and my hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait 24 hours for this to fully cure. I'll put the sensor back on, and now it's just the waiting game. I'll come back at y'all tomorrow at this time. Alright y'all, here it is next day. Went ahead and tightened up the bolts. Put this little bracket on, and it needs to be adjusted, needs to slide over a little bit, but I went ahead and put the belt on so I could tighten these 4 bolts to the pulley up. And the only thing we need to do now is put in the fan and fan shroud together so it'll be easy, and then just tighten it up. It's kind of self-tightening, so that's about it. Then we'll add some coolant to this truck and turn it on. Alright y'all, so here we are. Finally got everything put together, gave the truck a test drive, and everything came out smooth. So the only issue that I had was I did have a slight water leak, and the only thing I needed to do was tighten up one of the bolts on the water pump, and it took care of it. So did hot rod this truck just a little bit, just to find out if it was going to start overheating or not, and not having that issue whatsoever anymore. The truck sounds and drives awesome, and I will be posting it either later today or tomorrow. Today is Christmas Eve to 2020. So I hope y'all have a blessed holiday. Man, stay warm. It's cooling down right here a little bit in Houston, but not too